Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and I love tiny knives. They can do so much, and in fact most of what we need is just found at the very tip of the knife. For instance, this seemed like a tiny knife for quite a while. This is a Benchmade Emissary. You can see, Osborne design, beautiful expression. This seemed big, went to a smaller one. This is a pre-production Osborne here. A little bit smaller. Found this guy, love it. This is a zero tolerance, or ZT. It's carbon fiber, titanium. Beautiful expression. 20 CV blade, little tiny guy. A lot of people thought this was too small. And in reality, I have traveled all over the place with this little Spyderco here. This is a mini rescue, or a ladybug rescue. It doesn't matter because it's discontinued, but I love this knife. If I could find them again, I would certainly buy more of them just to have them around. It's an outstanding design, little tiny guy. But here is the Kansept knives mini cleaver. This is called the Corvid Mini. It is a teeny weeny little knife. This particular one is the blue micarta handle with the stone-washed 154 cm cleaver blade. There are over a dozen different combinations of blades and handles of this tiny little knife on Amazon. I'll put a link. That's where you can get one. They're about 60 bucks plus or minus. Beautiful expression of a simple design. Now it does have four different deployment methods. So first of all, I usually use this rear flipper handle. Clicks it out just fine. There's also a front flipper for those of you who want to be able to flick it with your thumb and get this to pop out. Some people are successful. You can also flick it with your finger to launch that, and then of course you can just grab it and swing it open. But most of our cutting deals with the very tip of the blade. That should be no surprise, right up here at the front. And so having a small blade like this, which by the way, although it is tiny, you can wrap two fingers here, maybe these two fingers, and then a full thumb across the spine. There's even a cutout for it. There's good jimping here. This really gives you a solid feel. This is more a tool than a knife. And a lot of times people just think knives do knife stuff. But in fact, once you've grabbed this thing, locked it in, you can really feel what's possible. Now I love these cleaver-shaped blades. Here's a giant one, in a folding anyway. Of course I love kitchen cleavers, but the cleaver blade has this unique corner right up at the front, which just does amazing work. And it shouldn't be underrated. Now, most people grab something large. Here's a Falkneven Modern Bowie. Beautiful laminated cobalt steel. This is one of my favorite knives. But of course, it's not small. But a lot of the work I might do is found just right up there at the tip, regardless of the size. There are also cleavers like this where the handle is quite a bit further above the plane of the blade, so you can do chopping. These are not designed that way. You can see my fingers actually extend considerably below the blade plane. But for most of the stuff you do with a knife this size, it's outstanding. So anyway, I just wanted to present this to you. I love the tiny knives. In most cases, you can carry them around without any concern of much of anything. Yes, there are jurisdictions that will get you on the locking mechanism, maybe that it's even a knife, but it's a tiny little blade. If we actually take a look at the blade length, what do we have here? We've got 34 millimeters, which translates into about 1.35 inches, 1 45 1/28. Kind of amazing, especially when you look at how thick it is. We got 1/8 inch. That's in freedom units. If you go to millimeters, we got about 3.18, 3.2 millimeters thick. beautiful expression of a solid cutting tool. No need for a pocket clip on a design like this. Just disappears, yet it's incredibly functional. And with that, Doc out.